last question to you guys this evening is: do you love enough?
I would say, yeah, I'm a big lover, me. I think I
Mm.
do love enough. I think if anything, I love too much. So yes is my answer to that one.
I was about to say the same thing. Um, yeah, I think I love enough, but at the same time, I think I can be very easy to stop the love if I need to, just like that. So I can give a lot of love, but I can also stop as well.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think I love enough.
Tommy, I
Yeah,
feel like you're
bro.
real
Why
sad.
you sound so sad?
You is
No,
real
no, no,
sad.
no.
You don't accept
Let,
love. You don't
Bro,
give love.
who
no,
broke your heart, man?
let me explain myself.
I'm trying to
I
throw hands.
feel
Who
like
broke your heart?
I need to
Honestly, like
love
who break
more.
your heart?
I love, but it's only to like certain things or people. So I think for personally growth, I need to be able to love more and open up more to people.
Mm.
Because naturally I'm an
I
introvert.
think that's true actually. You you don't open up a lot.
I'm not an open
Like
guy.
the whole
Anyone
time
that
I've
knows,
known
I'm not an
you,
open guy. So
you
But then,
but
are you looking to pursue a relationship?
what do you say? I can't like you broke up.
Are you looking to pursue a relationship?
At this moment in time, no.
Then that's not
But
really a
yeah,
bad thing. That's not really.
yeah,
I was gonna say, if you have in mind someone that you like
yeah.
and you're not ready to accept love, then that could be problematic. You can trying to say. But if you're not really looking for a relationship, you just mind your business,
that's the
go about
thing.
it your way.
Is when you're not looking for a relationship, is when you somehow end up in a relationship.
That's
That
that. No,
is
no, Tommy.
I
That's
don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
facts.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I
That's
don't agree with that.
Nah,
But I think that's just me. That's just me,
facts.
though.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I
Because
agree, Tommy.
Really.
it's the
Go
most
do go on. Explain your theory. I'm so
because
interested.
because it's
So I
like the
just
most
disagree.
it's like many things in life. All right, take your car. The most random time your car will just break down. Like for example,
yeah. I guess.
you do overtime at work, or say Remy, the business booming.
Booming.
All of a sudden, random bills just slap you out of nowhere.
Mm.
That's the same thing with love for me. Love will just slap you out of nowhere. Next thing you know, you're in a relationship that you were never looking for in the first place. So I personally believe
Have you
I
have you
just don't
experienced that yourself
know.
though? That love just come out of nowhere. Have you experienced that yourself?
But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you can meet someone and not expect them, but to fall in love and you weren't expecting to fall in love, like once you get like to a point, you must be expecting love. I can't I feel
Yeah,
like I get what you
I do
guys
hear
mean
that.
about like, you meet someone when you're not looking to meet someone kind of thing.
Mm.
I can't say that I would randomly fall in love because it's like I would
but
like
yeah,
I don't like the idea of falling in love. I like walking into love, holding hands because we know what we're doing, we're adults. But to just fall into love, falling sounds a bit scary, and I'm not.
hold up. What's the difference
I
between
don't know.
falling in love and walking into love?
Walking when you're walking, yeah, you know what you're doing.
Paul is
It's a path.
walking.
Falling is a backwards. I can't think.
So you can
I
fall
need to
forward.
be able to see what I'm doing because to fall, you don't know. That's when to me, I just feel like I like the phrase, but to me, I want to walk into love, not fall into love. That's Thank you for my TED talk. That's all I came to say.
What? So, so you
See,
don't you,
I get both of your opinions though. I can't lie. Like I get
I
Tommy's,
think I think
but then I get Remy's walking. Mm.
I think in the sense of like falling in love like at the least expected time, it probably is just a case of because you're in love, it just feels like that time's gone so quick, and so it feels like it's come out of nowhere.
Okay.
Probably is
Okay.
more the case,
Yeah, yeah.
but it still was a slow process when you look back on the whole thing. Like it definitely didn't happen just like overnight, sort of thing. But when you're in love, I guess time just like there's time is no boundary, sort of thing. When you're in love,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
I get you.
probably is that.
so wait, what about your
Yeah.
money? Did the love come to you at a unexpected time? Were you looking for it?
No, I can't lie. I wasn't actually because so like prior to my man, there was like a situationship.
Hello?
Situationship.
After that, yeah,
I'm so shady. Let me know.
We are aware of the terminology of situationship. Yes.
Yeah.
and like, after that, I was sort of like, you know what, Barnett, forget relationship. I'm just gonna do me. and then I met him, and then it was sort of like I think because with us, like, things happen so naturally and like so smooth, like you didn't even, I didn't even, we both, it just happened, like we didn't even realize it just sort of happened. And it's just like, I don't know, like a connection, like you see when you connect your headphones to your phone, it just connects, like, it's like connected.
What
like,
would you say there was your like moment when you're like, this is like, I'm in a relationship, like this is when I know I'm in a relationship, kind of thing?
Like your
Take
love
your time, you're in a
epiphany.
rush.
You think about this one.
Yeah, because
Well, not love, because love takes time. I'm just wondering when you knew, okay, we're doing this, like we're in a relationship, we're, you know, we're not trying to chat to nobody else, kind of thing.
it was sort of like it was something that we had discussed, but it was sort of like we both realized we was on the same page. Like once we both realized we was on the same page, we both knew what we wanted. It just carried on from there. And because it, like, just how we connected was just like, it was like I wouldn't have even thought it, like, out of all people, I would not have thought that I would have connected with him like that. But it's just how it's just, I can't even put it into words, because it's just it's just so, just something I've never ever experienced before. But it was just like I knew like that we both knew like we're for each other. So
that's cute.
yeah.
That's really nice.
Oh, it's
Because
nice.
I know there's a few people that like, they'll be in a relationship and the guy's like, yeah, we're in a relationship, everything's cool, but things are still going on back end, if the things that make sense. So it's like, he'll say like, oh, we're in a relationship, you know, we're doing this, and then but these times he's taking someone else out, or he's talking to someone else.
See, that's
what
what
say.
that's
Because
what's,
I've heard that's not that rare, because some guys don't want to close their options.
That's
It's
true,
like they will be like, look, we're dating.
Yeah.
Times he's taking another guy out somewhere else. That's, I'm like, when do you know that it's like,
I hear that
not?
because with him, actually, one of the main turning points for me, which it was like raw, was he called me and told me that he was speaking to someone else, but he was ending things with her to pursue me. And I was like,
That's cute.
oh,
That's
I was
real
like,
cute.
okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
he told you.
yeah, he actually
That's
told me.
respectful.
fair enough
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Yeah.
I respect that.
So
Still.
from that was like a big turning point for me, and then from there it literally just went.
Yeah,
up.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
And
Yeah.
that was literally like one of the main things where I was like, okay, now like, because I mean, I've got no past, and I was just like calm, whatever.
I'm chilling, me.
Like, trying to close off his past everything, like literally just so he can focus on me. And I thought that was like so beautiful. I was like, okay,
Yeah, that's respectful.
yeah.
Because some guys, ooh,
No,
child. Ooh, child. Then we're not getting started. Not me. But when sometimes me and my friends will do 2-2 maths, and someone's celebrating their anniversary, but we're like, and then we're like, none of my business. None of my business.
What, the math is not mathing?
The math is not math, and sometimes the math is not math. But who am I to go to someone and be like, your math is not mathing? That's none of my business, because it's between that person and their relationship.
Yeah,
so.
for real.
Listen, some things you gotta learn the hard way.
You just got to let people do what they're trying to do.
Let them do what they
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah, for real.
It's none of my business. No one should ever come to me as a woman, because it's none of my business.
Yo, listen, that coming to a woman rubbish is rubbish. Because why are you coming to a
It's
person as a woman?
Crazy.
For all you,
It's crazy. Don't come to me as a woman. But I say that though. I say that to say, if you're going to come to me as a woman, come. Actually, no. Sorry, there's no. Go to the man and tell your man to fix up. Don't come to me as a woman, because that's none of my business.
Honestly, there's no situation where you should come to a woman as a woman.
yeah.
I don't think so. No.
You should just go to the guy. Tell the guy to fix up.
Yeah.
But I guess,
Definitely.
but it does get to a point where like the female has to know. But
No, I don't think. I think if it gets to a point where you, as a female, have to go to another female, your man's not the man for you.
Yeah, no.
Your man is not the man for you. Because how can I be in a relationship and I'm going to another female to tell her to stop chatting to my man?
Yeah.
How can I do that?
That one is wild. That one is
How can I
wild.
do that? Like, I'm going to go to my man and be like, whatever you twos are doing is going to stop. God forbid that even happens to me, but whatever you twos are doing, it needs to stop. But for me, as a respectful human being that I respect myself, to go to another female and I'm the girlfriend, goodbye, sir.
what if it's a platonic friendship, like they're best friends?
No, do you know?
You bring
Okay.
it out.
Oh,
You bringing that one up. You bringing that one up. Wow.
me personally, I've been a gal best friend. I've been there, I've done that. And I think it was platonic. There was never anything like that. I was just your best friend. I helped you get into that relationship. I'm really happy for you. Cool. However, as soon as that person got into a relationship, I understood I take a step back because now I'm not the best friend anymore. That girl was the best friend. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Whoa,
So
whoa.
if it depends, it all depends on that female best friend because some female best friends are not respectful. I
You start
understood that
celebrating
I'm
that.
no
I was
longer.
celebrating.
Some female
Then I
best friends are
realized
trying to
she
be a
went.
boo.
She went
Yeah, I
to
know
go
you.
to
I
her-
know you.
So
See,
wait,
I respect what she's saying.
so wait, you're telling you. So you're saying that a guy and girl can't be best friends if one of them's in a relationship.
No, because your best friend should be your significant other.
Facts.
Period.
Biggest facts.
You can have a female
Remi's
friend.
spitting today, yo. She's spitting.
I'm trying this.
That
You
is
can have a female friend, 100%. Have
Yeah.
female friends because if anything, if you don't know how to have female friends, that's a problem in itself. Because then now when a female comes up to you, all you know is relationships. We don't want that, so no. So have your female friends, cool, but to have a female best friend,
Uh,
I'm your female best friend.
that's
And that's that. And the same with I'm not gonna have a best friend when I'm in a relationship. Because if you don't respect your partner, you're not gonna be doing all that. And if you're, because I feel like it all
For
depends on the
real.
friend. Because some female best friends, and the same with guys, some male best friends are not trying to be best friends.
Yeah.
They're trying to be booze.
Yeah.
They're trying to be biz. Because if a real best friend will understand you're in a relationship now, and I'm really happy for you, so I'm gonna take a step back. And there's no hard feelings with that. It's just common respect. Like that's just it's the way things go, you know. It's
And
the way it should be.
That's what I say as well. Guys and girls can't be like, because more times than not, the guy is definitely trying something. So listen, if she's got a guy best friend,
No, he's not always.
There's
the
no way
I
case.
don't think so.
It's not
Not
always the
always.
case.
But
a lot of the
but when I
times, a
had
lot
my
of the
guy
times.
best friend, the thing is this. Okay, let me digress. So when I had my guy best friend, I wasn't telling everybody this is my guy best friend. This is my guy best friend because that to me, what image are you giving off? That's what I'm saying. It's not my brand. That's not my brand to be telling everyone I have a guy best friend. Because if I'm telling everyone I have a guy best friend, I know that people are going to take it as I have a boyfriend, and I knew that wasn't the case. So we were very much like we're best friends, but if you know us, you'll know we're best friends. But if you don't know us, you're not going to know we even know each other, kind of thing. Because if not, I know it can be perceived as, oh, you're in a relationship with so and so, and none of us want that because we're trying to get babes separately. You're going to trying to say. So I feel like guys and females can be best friends, but if you're publicly always saying this is my best friend, this is my go-to, this is my rider, this is my dyer, then date them. Because if you love them that much, date them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because to me, be publicly
enough.
best friends with someone that's the opposite sex, it's a sticky one still.
Risky.
It can happen, but it's
Risky.
I wouldn't jump into a relationship with someone that I have seen is in a publicly best friends with a female. And I feel like a guy wouldn't either. Correct me if
That's
I'm wrong.
interesting.
Imagine,
Case closed.
I think this is just the hill I have to die on. So it is what it is.
Well, no, what's your opinions?
I
Go
think
off.
you can still be best friends if you're in a relationship, but as you said, you just take a step back. That's just
Really?
you just take the step back, so you don't do some of the things that you did before. That's really it.
Like, but say what if your significant other was like, look, I really like, I appreciate you guys in a, you know, in your friendship. However, I don't feel comfortable with you having a female best friend. What? How would you deal with that?
It depends how she tells me.
She can say it respectfully though. What about telling me, look, we've been in a relationship for ages and I love Lauren. I think she's a great girl. You know, we get on, we go out for dinner, we do all sorts. However, I just don't feel comfortable that you're always going to her when there's a situation or you call her your best friend, because to me, I feel like I should be your best friend. How are you going to respond? I'm just intrigued. I'm not attacking. I'm just intrigued.
I'll take that on board.
Yeah.
And I've grown from since me and Dylan argued this. I listened to that episode a couple of times. I realized I was moving mad. So we call that growth.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
We call that growth. I had a couple conversations and
For
yeah,
real.
I realized I was moving a bit mad. So yes, I will take that on board and I will probably dial things down with my female best friend.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, but that's sometimes I feel like, to me anyway, I just couldn't be comfortable with knowing that my guy has a best friend. And that's what I feel like as well. If you have an opposite sex best friend, I don't think there's a situation, there's a problem with that. But I feel like it's all the way you put things across. Because if I'm with my
Mm.
boyfriend, I'm like, oh my God, Tommy just texted me, like he's so funny, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's trying to hear that. Like, no opposite gender. If your boyfriend or your girlfriend is hearing that you're always talking about the opposite gender and it's always the same person, no one's trying to hear that. So I feel like you can have a best friend, but it doesn't need to be like, oh my God, this person's so funny. Oh my God, this person, because it's like, what is you saying? Like, what are you trying to portray? Like, what image are you trying to portray by always saying this person's always with you, this person's always messaging you? It's unhealthy. It's just not cool. I just don't. It's not my bag.
Now thinking about it, it does sound wild. It does sound wild.
It sounds wild. It sounds very, very wild.
Very, very
Because I
wild.
feel like it can just go so left, because then it can now make you not like that female best friend, but realistically that girl is nothing wrong with
Don't do
her.
anything.
You're just always saying, you're the problematic one, always saying, oh, so and so is so funny, oh, so and so just sent me this meme, oh, so and so. Now we're gonna fight. Me and that girl gonna fight. What are we gonna do next?
You'll throw hands.
So
I'm done.
no, do you know, I'm always chatting about throwing hands. Yeah, it's just City and Megan. I'm really not about that life.
You don't like violence.
Really not about that life, please. I'm not. I look at my nails. You're not breaking them.
Fighting kind of nails.
But I'm not trying to fight nobody. Look at me. How can I be fighting? That's ghetto. Ghetto. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
But yeah. No, I think that's crazy. When I did that poll, and the amount of people that were saying a guy and girl can be in a relationship and then one of them have an opposite sex best friend, like the amount of people saying that's cool, like
They're all liars.
They're
Because once they
they're
get into the
dreaming.
relationship, then they'll
honestly, they're thinking so wild. Like there is no way, like 90% of those people would let that run.
no.
There's no
Best
way.
thing can dream.
You can have a friend, but best friend,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
Not when you're in a relationship.
No, I just don't
So,
see the point of it. Like,
I'm gonna
why?
play.
No,
I'm gonna
neither.
play devil's advocate at this point. So
Please.
what about having? So what's the difference between having female best friend, male best friend? So for a guy to have best friends of the same sex, then for guys to have best friend of the opposite sex, and same for
Mm.
females in a relationship. What's the difference?
Wait,
What's so wrong
wait.
about it? So I'm asking is because
I-
as a collective, 3-1 collective, you shouldn't have a best friend of the opposite sex in a relationship. So what's the difference between having a best friend of the opposite sex in a relationship and having a best friend of the same sex in a relationship? If I'm making sense, please tell me if I'm
Yeah, that
wrong.
makes
Oh,
sense.
No,
That
I
makes
get you.
I'll let you guys speak because I feel like I'm.
I'm being devil's
Listen,
advocate.
I've already spoken to Tommy loads about this, so you guys go first. Go crazy with it.
I feel like for me, I'm half Nigerian, half Ghanaian. The Nigerian side of me is very, very dominant. So, me being Nigerian, I don't like people know my business. I don't like that. So, if my problem is that people are knowing that you go to one person as a best friend, that is my problem. Like, realistically, if we lived in this magical world and that female best friend was a respectful female best friend, I wouldn't have a problem realistically with that. I don't really care. However, the problem is that people are going to be like, oh, so and so are best friends and you date him. That's my problem. Because people will look at you funny, like, oh, is that cool with you? Like, oh, is that okay with you? And that person is where my problem arises. Because realistically, you can get platonic relationships where nothing will happen. They're literally just your female best friend or your male best friend. However, it's how the public, that's why I always say it's not my brand, it's not my image. How does the public perceive that? And the public will always perceive it as that's a bit fishy. And that's where I personally have my problem with that. The Nigerian me will never die. Sorry. We have pride. We care what other people think.
They're very dominant people.
What about you there, Money?
Yeah, no, I think that's true. No, it's true. Yeah, you can't be having a best friend with the opposite sex like that. I'm sorry, it just can't run. But I get like if you got your best friend is of the same sex, calm. I understand. Like that's fine. Do whatever you like. But opposite sex.
It's just how people will see it as a.
Talk,
Ooh, are you okay with that, sis?
people have to talk. No, it can't.
And then I'm
run.
supposed to be the fool, like, yeah, I think it's fine. It's just platonic. No, not me. No.
It can't run, unfortunately.
And if anything, guys should be more worried because I feel like there's female best friends and then male best friends. I feel like male best friends can be cool. Like my male best friend, he was a very chill guy, cool. However, there are male best friends that are waiting on your downfall. There are male best friends that are waiting for the shoulder
ones,
to cry on. They're waiting to be that
100%.
those
shoulder.
ones, they're not male best friends.
Hundred.
They're wolves in sheepskin. They're wolves in sheepskin. Those people,
But this is my point. How do you tell the difference?
I feel like you can always tell the
Because-
difference.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
realistically, like if we're all being adults, you know when someone's attracted to you, and you know when someone's just your friend. Like
Yeah.
we're all adults here. Like we can all fall and be like, oh, I couldn't tell that he. No, sis, you knew.
You can tell.
Because you can tell because someone will flirt. Like my best friend, he never flirted. Nothing like that ever partook. So it's like, and I have friends, male friends, that'll be like, oh, I'm your friend, but bro, I know you're not my friend. I know that if situations change, we could date. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And
Yeah.
I feel like to me anyway, you can always tell. You can always tell if someone's actually attracted to you or not. Or if they can even be one, because if there can be 1 inch, like one singular inch of a possibility we could date, we can't be best friends. Like it's
But-
that simple.
yeah,
But
like
with
me
the
and my best-
attraction thing, this is what. Go on, Tommy.
Now you go ahead, dinner.
I was just gonna say with the attraction thing, this is what I said to Tommy. It's like when you choose your like best friends, you are in a way, regardless of what type of attraction it is, you are attracted to your best friends in some way. Like whether it's their personality, whether it's their looks. It's like if you're already attracted to them in some way, and I've said this before, it's like it's easier to find more ways to be attracted to them. That's what I'm saying.
So by
So
that
it's-
You
premise,
can't find your
yours-
best friend attractive. That's just wrong.
exactly. So by that
No, but
premise-
like
Is there-
attractive in some way. Like it doesn't have to be like in that type of way, but like you know.
Yeah, like their personality.
when-
But to
yeah,
me,
exactly,
once I
that's what I
see you
mean.
as my best friend, your family. So if I'm fancying my
Yeah.
family, oh, that's
But it's-
scary. That's scary.
when it's
family
family zoning, that's different. When
No
it's family
family.
zoning, that's
Yeah.
different. Because like,
But that's how I always, to me, if you're an opposite
Yeah.
sex and you come across to me and you want to be my friend, and I see that you're actually trying to be friends, not me to me,
Your family.
automatically family. Like
Yeah.
you're my bro, you're my G. You're trying to
then that goes to family zone. In which case,
Yeah.
I think the situation is a whole lot different.
Is
Like,
it?
whenever-
See,
I think so.
I don't know because to me, friends.
Because
zone-
I don't always family zone. You know, every girl that I'm
But is it
I'm
because
friends
you're
with.
attracted to that girl though?
it's like, do you
not
exactly-
not necessarily, but it's
But you are.
Because by what you're saying,
Yes.
you are.
You are.
You are.
but
Because to me, it's either you're in a family zone or there's a 1% chance that I could date you, so then you're just my friend.
There you go.
It's literally because that 1% can always change to 10, can change to 30, can
Yeah.
change to 50.
But
So
this
either
is-
you're my family, you're my bro, or oh, I'm gonna leave you on the side just in case.
yeah, but this is what I'm saying. If it's a girl and she has a guy best friend and it's not like a family zone
Yeah.
kind
yeah,
of friendship, that's what I mean. That's what my problem is. Like,
Yeah,
and
100%.
that's why I'm like, oh, that's sketchy. Like, if
That's
a
just
girl was like,
wrong.
if a girl was like, oh, he's like my brother, then I'm like, that's cool. Like, you can be friends with him. I don't care. But if she's just like, oh, he's like my best friend, that's different. That's what
This
my
is
point
why
is.
I believe people do not set boundaries with their friends, because this all
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
wild. If you set the correct
Yeah.
boundaries with your best friends, all of this should not be happening in the first place.
But this is what I'm saying. Like me, we don't have like when you talk to your boys and stuff, like you don't set boundaries with your boys. Like
Yeah, that's
friends are
different.
just friends. Like you don't think to set
Yeah.
boundaries. Like
But with
friendships are just friendship.
But with friends of the same sex, is different. It's different. It's
I feel
different.
like friends with different sex, I feel like you just have to both be adults.
yeah,
I feel like you just have to actually be an adult and be like,
mature about
it just, I feel like not even have a conversation. Well, some people they might need to have a conversation on it and be like, look, just to clarify, you know, I don't really like you like that. You're my bro. Because some people need that. Look, we ain't doing that. But with me and my previous like best friend, literally, it never even became a conversation like I think you're my best friend, or I think it was never like that. It was just there was a mutual understanding that we are bros. We are literally in this to find each other partners and let's do this and get out of the ghetto.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was. So there's never even a thing of, oh, should we talk about this, or oh, do I like you? It was very much just platonic. So I feel like
yeah.
me personally, I would never go and say someone's my best friend if I'm attracted to them. Like, not that I think you're not good looking. Like my previous boy best friend, he was good looking, but I don't find him attractive. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you're not attracted to me, we can be friends. But if I find you attractive, I'm not gonna lie to you and like, oh, I think you could be my best friend. Laz.
So wait, is this former male best friend? Is he out the jungle?
it's a sticky one still for him. I don't know.
Oh,
We don't really
damn.
speak that much anymore, but it's let me yeah.
Ooh.
Now, wow.
He was let me know because if someone's gonna listen to this and they're gonna know who I'm talking about. So let me know. Let me know. Let me know. It's a sticky one still. He things progress, he got into his relationship, but as of now, I don't know because we don't speak anymore. So
Oh, fair enough.
no hard feelings though. If he's listening, great friend. He was a great friend.
Yeah, you just need to set boundaries. See, when boundaries are set in life, things can just sell
I do
smoothly.
think if you do need to set boundaries, are they
Yeah.
really your friend?
No,
If you
but
do
That's
need
what
to
I'm
set
trying to say.
boundaries,
but when I say these are, but you don't really have
Like
conversations.
boundaries, like you just understand.
Exactly.
like,
That's what I say. That's what I
okay,
mean.
yeah,
boundaries
It's not
that you just
boundaries.
I guess that's what Remy's saying about just being adults, isn't it? And
yeah,
just
exactly.
You don't need
Just
to have the
knowing this
conversation.
is not
You
okay.
just know that there's certain things, certain lines
that you
are
don't
not
cross.
Yeah,
crossed.
yeah, I get that.
Otherwise,
because I feel like if you need to be like, look, just to make sure we're still friends.
Oh yeah,
That
fair.
means you could
Friends.
like me, and if you could like me, I'm not trying to be your best friend
Yeah.
because you're not helping me find a base. So that's really counterproductive.
exactly. Hit them with them double deuces. Uh, so we've been talking for, I don't actually know how long we've been talking for, but I think we'll wrap up the episode of Love on there. Before we wrap up